What is up, guys? Josh back here again with you today for another one, and this one that I have here today is another whiskey review, another bourbon review. Pretty much ran out of everything that I have on my bar, basically, so whiskey being one of them. So went out, bought a new bottle today, and was going to go with one of my just sort of go-to, just kind of cheaper, budget bourbons. I was going to pick up another bottle of some of the Ezra Brooks, which I really like for the price. Usually runs maybe $13, 13 something after tax. But saw that they had a lot of this particular one on the displays and everything like that in front of the store. So I went ahead and asked the gentleman behind the counter how much they were selling this particular one for at the time, and they told me, yep, it is a single barrel select, store select barrel, and it's running $23 after tax. So I put that $12 bottle back that I had and went and picked this up instead, and that is Buffalo Trace's Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. From, I believe, the same distillery, but I'll kind of maybe throw it up on the screen, text or something like that on the screen. I want to say that it's same distillery as Happy Van Winkle, maybe, possibly. I can't fully remember, but good distiller. They make a lot of good whiskeys. This is one of their kind of more middle shelf kind of whiskeys, but for $23 after tax, I could not pass up a bottle of Buffalo Trace at all. Have not had it in quite a while. Still has the foil and everything on there. It's unsealed still, as you can see, or sealed still. Have not had a bottle of this in quite a while, maybe a couple of years at this point. So very excited to get this foil off of here and do a tasting and a review on this one. I don't know if get this uncorked or uncapped. I don't remember how these bottle tops are with this one. Get all this foil off there. Okay, sweet. It is a cork. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this poured out and get a taste on that. 90 proof on this, which is always a really good plus. It's like right there between, regular strength bourbon and bonded 100 proof or anything like that. Yeah, there's the single barrel select there, as you can see. So this does come from a single barrel, this particular one, which I want to say I don't think that they usually, I think they're usually blended. I think they're blended typically from a number of barrels. So again, for $23 for a single barrel good bourbon was something I was not going to pass up whatsoever. So with that, as you can see with the color, Buffalo Trace always has a little bit of a sort of reddish tint to it. Now here in this light that I'm looking at, it's kind of soft fluorescent kind of light. I'm getting more of a kind of burnt orange sort of color, but it does look a little reddish there on the camera, as you can see. So it's somewhere in between that. Leaving some nice legs on the glass and everything, as you can see there. So let's go ahead and go for the nose on this one. I can kind of already smell it right when I open the bottle up. Very fruity nose on this one. Very mellow. I'm getting a lot of sort of like apple skin, sort of like red and apple skin sort of aroma on this. Like red delicious apple. A nice little backing of oak. Nothing too oaky. The bottle I was going to get before, the Ezra Brooks, has a very strong sort of oak charcoal aroma to it, and flavor really. But also getting caramel, getting the brown kind of cooking spices, cinnamon, star anise, star anise, uh, cardamom, clove, all that good stuff. Brown sugar, getting some caramel, but yeah, this is a fairly fruit-forward aroma on this particular bourbon. Let's go ahead and go for a taste on it. And then with that taste on the palate, this will change a little bit as oxygen is kind of reintroduced to the bottle and everything like that. It sits around for a day or two. It'll mellow out. Right now, a lot of oak straight out of the bottle. A lot of brown, sort of aggressive kind of baking spices. Not too much caramel, like some of them have sort of a caramel sweetness to it. Not getting a whole lot of that. More kind of a spice forward, barrel forward, kind of oak forward kind of flavor profile on this. There's a little bit of caramel there in the back, but it's not very sweet. It's not very sweet caramel. It's kind of more of that just flavor of it. Kind of more like caramel soaked wood or something like that, maybe, if that makes any sense. Then up front as well, a little bit of that apple flavor too. This isn't like a Alabama style whiskey or anything like that, like the Clyde Mays Alabama style, which is what they actually, I think they age it with apples in the barrel, so it kind of imparts a lot of that apple flavor. This is just kind of like a sort of, periphery sort of flavor I'm getting that's not really actually representative of what's the bourbon is distilled with or anything or aged with. It's just kind of what I'm getting, what's reminiscent of, I guess. But the apple in the front, the oak there with the strong kind of brown spices and brown sugar there in the middle, and then a bit of caramel there on the back end. Very smooth, sort of straight through flavor, all well balanced. Now, as far as the single barrel goes, that could be why I'm getting so much oak and why it's like has such an aggressive flavor to it. If in fact this is, I mean, I believe it is all single barrel. Yeah, single barrel select. So maybe see there, barrel number 070. So that could be why I'm getting such a strong oak flavor from this, such a strong aggressive, like kind of baking spice sort of flavor to this, is that fact that it all comes from one barrel. Very good. And again, 23 bucks. I mean, you can get Jack Daniels, just regular Jack Daniels for like 24, 25. So honestly, and that's at least at this store that I saw it. So this is just quite a deal that they have set up at this store. So for that price, absolutely unbeatable, I think. But very good bourbon. One that, like I said, I've had before, but it's been a while. So really nice, kind of getting back to it after kind of being without it for so long. So yeah, again, I had to pick it up because of that deal. Would definitely recommend picking up a bottle of Buffalo Trace, single barrel or not. Like I said, again, I don't know if they usually do single barrels. I'm pretty sure it's all blended from a number of select barrels, and then this is just a sort of store-picked one, hand-selected one from this particular store that I bought it from. But again, single barrel or not, blended or not, very good bourbon whiskey from the distillery out of, where in Kentucky? Franklin County, Kentucky. Yeah, Buffalo Trace Distillery out of Franklin County, Kentucky. So absolutely recommend picking up a bottle of Buffalo Trace if you have not tried it and you are into bourbon whiskey. Really good bourbon for the price, even when it's not, any part of a deal or anything like that. You can usually snag it for around $30 retail. So that's my review for it, guys. Would definitely recommend picking a bottle of it up if you see it. And until next time, thank you for watching.